What's up? What's up? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Generations of the Game podcast. We are on episode number 27. Unbelievable. 27. Of course, we got our two co-pilots along with me tonight. Got my boy Will Lyons. Will, what's up, brother? How you feeling?
What's good, bro? We on the Jamal Murray jersey today.
Yeah, I hear you. 27. And of course, I got my brother right here with us. Be on with us for the whole entire summer. Of course, my boy JJ. What's going on, good brother? How you feeling?
Ah, what's up, folks? 4 more days of
What's
school.
going on?
Track season just ended in New Jersey, but Nationals is in Philly this weekend. Nationals is in Philly. So there's a whole lot of smoke at Franklin Field and 33rd and South. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it
and last
is.
but not least, down with the Celtics. Down with the Celtics.
We're going to get into that, good brother. You know that. And also, JJ, we have a special guest with us tonight. Bring up the introduction for us, brother.
All right. He's a 2023 graduate of Hamilton High School West. He was in my ninth period class, 2021, 2022. In 2022, 2023, I got to coach him for a quick minute due to some administrative issues. So I got to coach him for a minute. He is the 2023 Group 3 state champion in 200 meters. He's also the 2023 Meet the Champs winner in the 200 meters. He went to Meridian Community College in Mississippi. He just completed his first year. So without further ado, let's bring on Mr. Jaci Summers.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Welcome.
That was a good introduction. I like it.
welcome, Josiah. How you feeling tonight, man?
Man, I'm great. I'm blessed. Happy to be alive, walking out the day. It's regular, man. Can't complain.
I hear that. All right, y'all. So we're going to get right into it here tonight. First off, man, of course, we got to start off with some sad news, man, from the NBA, man. We just lost an icon, a legend yesterday, Mr. Jerry West, man. Wow, man. I mean, what can you say, man? I mean, had one of the best resumes, maybe the third best resume in basketball history behind Bill Russell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. When you look at the total picture of what he contributed to the game of basketball. Unfortunately, he passed away at the age of 86 yesterday. He lived a great life. We're going to start off with JJ first. JJ, speak on the legacy of Jerry West, man, and what he meant to the game of basketball.
From the mountains of West Virginia to the hallways of West Virginia University, then Final Four. That dude won the tournament's most outstanding player and the finals MVP in the NBA on losing teams. Rewind. He was the tournament's most outstanding player at West Virginia when they lost to Cal in 59. And he was the NBA, he was the finals MVP when they lost to the Lakers. That's insane. Olympic gold medal 1960 with that spectacular basketball team. Was in the NBA finals, 9 times?
Yeah.
And he played in 3 game 7s. Then on ESPN today, they talk about where he played in 6 playoff series where he averaged 30 points. Oh, in the finals. Oh my God. And Jordan only had 5. And LeBron and Shaq only had 3. Oh my God. Man, Jerry West was incredible. He had that wet jump shot. Get here? And 1970, that three-quarter of the court shot, 1970, that put the game overtime, game 5. Oh man, against the Knicks. Woo! Hey, decide. Your dad might have nightmares on that one, so don't bring that one up.
Yeah, I don't want to bring anything with the Knicks with him. He gonna have flashbacks.
That That is embedded with all Knicks fans. That's embedded. So don't bring up Jerry West in that 3/4 of the court shot. Like 70 feet.
Yeah.
Jerry West
So we'll go to
incredible.
Jaci. So Jaci, do you know the you probably know Jerry West for being an executive, and from him drafting Kobe Bryant to the Lakers at pick 13, man. So what do you think about the legacy of Jerry West?
You know, when it comes to that, since he's not in my era, I didn't know too much. But enough said, if you're the logo of the NBA, I feel like that should be said enough about your reputation in the NBA. Losing the logo of the NBA, like that's heartbreaking. That just gets to tell how far he made it into his career and how respected he was for him be basically the face of the NBA for them many years and all that. And you know, I've seen him draft all these players. I'm looking on Instagram how many NBA players are posting him and all that. It's like he was a well-respected man. And drafting Kobe, and that's generational right there. And I'm pretty sure he coached many other people, or not coached. Well, seen a lot of people on the teams, but yeah, man, can't really speak on a lot since he wasn't in my era of basketball and all that. But being the logo of the NBA should be enough said about how you played and how you were as a person and an NBA player.
All right, let me tell you something. That was actually great answers you gave, man. You did well with that, man. Definitely. You know your stuff, man. So based off what you said right there, brother, don't sell yourself short. You definitely know your stuff, man. And of course, we got to go with Will. Will, speak on the legacy of the great Jerry West, brother.
I mean, of course, I wasn't around during his playing career, but knowing the history of the game and everything, he went to the finals 9 times. He only won it once, but like we talked about, JP, he played against a team that had 8 people end up in the Hall of Fame. For the majority of his career playing with Elgin, they got Wilt towards the end of his career. But, 9 finals appearances, I know, in this day and age, they act like only winning matters, but making it there 9 times is incredible. 14-year career, 14 All-Star appearances. For his career, he averaged like 27, just under 6 boards and like 6 assists. He's in rare air with that as well. And when you think about like the typical path of a player's career, typically you see some sort of a decline. So for him to have those numbers like that, clearly, he still was an elite scorer, playmaker, and just overall contributor even into, the twilight of his career. So it speaks to how good he really was, man. And I saw some clips. That jumper was money, JJ, like you said. And I will say, a lot of times, we as the younger generation, we try to take away from, the forefathers of the game. But I would actually say that and Jerry West is a prime example of, the fact that it was hoopers in every era, and he probably would have had way more points if there was a 3-point line.
Oh, man. Whew.
I didn't even know he was that far. I didn't even know he was that behind. I didn't even know, it was that back then. There wasn't even a 3-point line. Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah, boy, he was playing in the 60s.
No, I'm thinking, there was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Not to 1979.
Oh, wow. Imagine if he had a 3-point line. Oh, my God. That's crazy. They can say that for a lot of people, but wow.
Oh yeah.
And then real quick, that's just his playing career as an executive. The fact that a lot of people bring up his finals record as a player, 1 win, 8 losses. The brother, was a part of multiple franchises and ended up getting 8 championships as an executive. That's unheard of. I know Phil gets a lot of praise, and rightfully so, but in my opinion, looking at the totality of everything, as a coach, as a player, as an executive, he has the best resume, overall in basketball.
Well, he's going to the Hall of Fame for the 4th. He's going to the Hall of Fame for the 4th time this summer. He went in 1960 Olympic team. He went as a player. He went as an executive. He's going in as a contributor. He's going to the Hall of Fame for the 4th time. That is insane.
You know how many people can't get in once?
A whole lot of people.
4 times should be. That's unheard of.
Yeah, 4 times.
Man,
that's crazy.
Man, let me tell you something, man. There would be no Golden State dynasty if it wasn't for Jerry West. They wanted to trade Klay Thompson. I forgot the player they wanted to trade him for. Jerry West told him, "Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare do it." He said, "You keep Klay Thompson." He also was instrumental in getting Steph Curry there, and also he was the architect. Come to find out, with getting Kevin Durant to come to Golden State. They talked about that, man. And of course, with the Lakers with Showtime, I mean, man, we saw what he did, and then come back, get 3 more titles with Kobe. He's the one that drafted Kobe. He said, "Look, Kobe's the best player in this draft." He said that, and they took him at 13. He got Shaq there. Then 4 years later, what happened? They three-peated. Then also Memphis Grizzlies. He brought them from an active thought into contention. So, man, look, man, the logo, one of the greatest, definitely one of the top 15 players to ever play this game, man. And like you said, not only was he a great offensive player, he was a great defensive player as well. He would hound you on the court. And, man, they're a little before my time, of course, but I would have loved to see him and Oscar Robertson go at it, man. I know that had to be something really to see, man.
Man.
But man, like we said though, man, rest in peace to the logo, man. Hey man, you never be forgotten. You're one of the all-time greats and a contributor to basketball. For that, we say thank you, sir, and peaceful journeys, man. Definitely to the logo. Moving right along as we go into the NBA Finals. It pains me to say it. It really pains me to say it. But the Boston Celtics look like they're on the verge of sweeping the streets better than the cops do on a drug bust to the Dallas Mavericks, man. Who wants to take this first, man? Because I'm about to be sick, man. Who wants to take this first? Will, you want to go first, brother, on this one?
Yeah, I'll go first because I know you on morning right now, JP, and JJ about to go off. So let me go first. The composed, one. So I'll be honest, man. I think everybody, that's on the show right now is disappointed. I think the majority of the world, except Boston fans, are disappointed. Like, I just had no interest in seeing the Celtics get this shit, and I honestly didn't believe that they would. I thought that, the pairing of Kyrie and Luka, would be too much, and I thought that the, Maverick supporting cast showed me, a lot more, in the previous series. So I thought they definitely would, win it in like 6. But man, they're not putting up a fight at all. They're about to get swept. Like it's crazy, man. And I hate to say it, JP, I told you, man, we need to rewind time, man. They need to put the finals during Ramadan so Kyrie could do his thing the way he was, man. Because Lord knows, like that brother, he wasn't looking like the
He
Kyrie.
did his thing last night.
You said what?
He did his thing last night.
Yeah, finally, but they already old. Grave is already dug.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Will.
No, I was just saying the grave's already dug, man. Just how I got it.
Yeah.
I just want to come here and say this. There was a lot of things wrong. 1, 2, and 3. 1, Porzingis is giving them hell. Kyrie didn't come to play. Luka, same Luka. He's an offensive threat. He can't play no defense. Reminds me of Lil James. I'm seeing them getting torched by Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Holiday. I'm just sitting here like this is really what's happening. I'm thinking they came here to play. Kyrie didn't do anything first game. Second game, they didn't do anything. They came to play the third game. And even so, it wasn't enough. I'm seeing Holiday get easy back. Luka's just watching him go by like he's his teammate. Like I turned the game off. I was like, I'm done. They dug the hole too deep. It's to the point you're not coming back from a 3-0 deficit. That's not happening. Look, I don't hate teams. I hate Boston. I do. Boston is I don't have no favorite team, but that's just absolutely ridiculous. Like Nobody in the world, except for Boston fans, expected this. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And that, look, we'll see tomorrow, but the way it's looking, they need a 50-piece, like Kyrie and Luka, the only way. And I don't think they'll win with that. But yeah, that's about it, man. I don't got nothing to say about it. I don't even want to watch the game, actually. Too scared. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about them. I'm gonna pass it on to Mr. Johnson because I know he got some pent-up anger right now.
JJ, cut loose, brother. Cut loose.
I have a twofold answer. I have a twofold. Okay. First answer. It does not pay to chase women. If you chase the wrong woman, you're going to blow 8-digit paycheck. So, Emi Udoka, you're the dummy of the decade. That's all I got to say about that. You trashed a championship team. I had to get that off my chest. He's the dummy of the decade. Okay, my second fold answer. I'm going to take my glasses off for this. All right, I'm good. I'm good.
God. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. I have to go on a little rant. I speak for me and JJ. I know I speak for Jaci. I think I speak for you too, Will, but definitely for me and JJ, since we the older ones, we've seen it. Man, it's angry and frustrating as a Sixers fan to sit back and watch the Celtics just do this. This is what pisses me off more than anything. When the process first started and everything, we got them. We got them. That's what I was thinking. We're going to get Boston. You know what Boston did? They went, and then, man, them doggone no good Colangelos. What happened? They got fleeced with with Jason Tatum. They got fleeced with him. Danny Ainge pulled a fast one on him again. I mean, I'm looking at the whole history of the Sixers and the Celtics.
Markelle Fultz over Jason Tatum.
In fairness to Markelle Fultz, I didn't have a problem with the pick personally. He's what Tyrese Maxey is what we thought Fultz was going to be.
They picked him as the one pick, JP. They picked him as number one overall pick. He was not deserving.
No, they could have got him at 3. They could have got him at 3.
They picked him at 39th.
Nah, Markelle Fultz had Markelle Fultz was that injury, that mysterious injury he had. That's what set him back. You know.
He's at the University of Washington. Who watched him play? I never watched him play in college.
JJ, we gotta look, man. I know it hurts, brother, but we gotta, we can't revise history. Before the shoulder injury, bro, Markelle Fultz was like that, bro. Like he went to Washington by choice. It's not like that was his only option. He was sought after by every college in the country. He actually at that time was looked at as a guard that had no holes in his game. He was athletic. He had a plus size wingspan. He had a jumper. He could get to the basket at will. He played defense. Like
Sound like Ben Simmons.
Nah, he actually made jump shots, but look, man.
You opened the wound, bro. You opened the wound.
Well, we lost in this era. We're 0-3 against Boston in this era. It's just painful to sit up here and watch this team get to what? How many finals? How many Eastern Conference Finals they made? 5, 4 or 5 Eastern Conference Finals. They've been in 2 finals and about to get one. It just makes me sick. And it's like, man, and there's a chance, like people think I'm joking when I say this. I'm not joking at all. There is a chance that me and JJ might never see a championship parade on Broad Street the Sixers ever again. There is a chance of that happening. Meanwhile, Boston is going for their 18th title. 18th title. Now, this is real rap right here. The Boston Celtics are the Sixers' daddy. They should say happy. They should say about happy. They should say Boston a happy Father's Day card because they're their daddy, man. Seriously. And you know, it's sickening as a Sixers fan to go through this, and then I gotta hear these Celtics fans, and you know who they are, Jay, and listen to them, man. Oh man, I'm just sick, man. I'm just sick.
Mitchell's RH.
I'm just sick, man. I'm just yeah. Oh man, yeah. He's a Cowboys fan and a Celtics fan, so go figure that. And I mean a big time Cowboys and Celtics fan. So you know that's my brother though. You know that's our brother though. But man, let me tell you something, man. Another thing I'm getting tired of Luka too. And I love Luka's game as an offensive player, but it's like Jaci said and everybody else said, man, they going past Luka like cars driving down I-95, bro, or in Philly. They going right past him. And then another thing with Luka too is every time he wants a call, they playing 4-on-5. Everybody's getting back down the court. He back there whining to the referee. It's like, bro, you're a great player, but come on, man. Come on. You're whining every call.
It's sad. It is sad. Ugh.
Hey, I feel for y'all, man. Hey, Jaci, man. Tell me it's not hilarious and dope just watching the OGs get riled up, man.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of funny just watching them do all that. Like, especially as a Sixers fan, that must be rough for it.
Hey, Jaci, look, I told this story, I think, a couple weeks ago or last week. Man, Larry Bird just sent me to bed crying as a kid. No, I mean, I literally used to go to bed crying. I never forget that time in 81, because Dr. J's my favorite player ever. I never forget that time in 81, the Sixers blew a 3-1 lead, man. They went up to Boston. Maurice Cheeks missed 2 critical foul shots. We lost 5 points. As soon as that game was over, man, I went to the bathroom and cried for 10 minutes, man. My dad had to come in there and be like, yo, you all right? Nah, I'm not all right. No, I'm not all right. I cried for 10 minutes. Yeah, man. So, you know what I mean? It's this type of.
You know, I feel like
the same pain.
I don't got
and
that
look,
and
when we got past Boston, we lose to the Lakers. Like, my childhood was tainted, man.
It was tainted. We got that one ring in 83. That one time I felt good. One time we beat the Lakers. That's because we had Moses. And then what happened? What did remember Larry Bird made that famous quote when the Sixers had the #1 pick in 86. He said, quote unquote, he said, they'll find a way to screw it up. And sure enough, he was right. We paid for that for decades with Harold Katz did. For decades. You know, and man, you know, and by the way, next week what's today? The 12th, the 13th. Next week, man, we're going to talk about Len Bias next week, brother, because the 19th, next Wednesday, would have been the day that what was that? We had 38 years ago, Len Bias passed, man. So you know, next week we got to do a segment on Len Bias, man. Go ahead. What were you saying, Jaci?
That's actually my birthday, the 19th.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Happy birthday to you, then, brother. Definitely. Happy birthday, man. Yeah, you were born the same day as Len Bias when he passed away. Man, that was a sad day, man. You know, and we'll get into that next week. But yeah, we're gonna move right along here from the NBA. Let's real quick. This is our last basketball topic for the day. Caitlin Clark omitted from the Olympic team. I've gotten this debate. You know who, especially JJ, about Caitlin Clark, my boy, you know, our boy Lou. We had a heated debate this morning about Caitlin Clark. And he's on this vibe about marketing and this, that, and the third. I'm about winning. I'm sorry. Winning gets marketing. Look, Caitlin Clark is going to be a great player, but she does not deserve to be on this Olympic team. I don't give a damn about marketing. What about winning a gold medal? So Who wants to take this first? Will, we're gonna go with you first on this, brother, because we talked about this a little bit yesterday. So go ahead and speak on it, man.
The Olympics is not the time to market anything, especially like I look at women's basketball a little differently because, the way the pay disparity is in the WNBA, a lot of those star players play overseas. So they're more known overseas anyway. So you're not really bringing necessarily new eyes to the game or anything like that. And at the end of the day, the objective is to win and get a gold medal. When you want to talk about people left off the team, let's talk about it. Candace Parker has been left off an Olympic team, in the prime of her career. Talk about this season. Support the sports is what have you done for me lately? Caitlin is finding her way, and she will be, a good player. But we talked about it yesterday. JP Erike on the Dallas Wings is leading the league in scoring right now. She's not on an Olympic team. A national champion at Notre Dame. A WNBA All-Star, one of the best scorers walking this earth, is not on the Olympic team. I mean, honestly, I don't understand people's logic when it comes to this. And it's like just emotion over logic, honestly. And I feel like they're using marketing, as their way to, kind of speak in coded language. Some people. Because they don't want to just outright say she should be on the team because she's the great blank hope. You know what I mean? You on mute, JP?
Mute.
Yeah. Josiah, how do you feel about Caitlin Clark and the whole thing about her not being on the Olympic team? And do you think she deserved to be on the Olympic team?
Honestly, let's off topic for the Olympic team. Number one, it's WNBA versus Caitlin Clark in every aspect of the sport. Doesn't even have to be on the court. It's everything. It's they target her for everything because since she was such a big superstar in college, they expect everything out of her coming into the WNBA. And me personally, when it comes to Olympic teams, I don't feel like she has to be there right now. I'm not saying she can't because she could definitely be on the team, but I don't feel like that should be her goal right now. I feel like she should. Cause like Will said, there's many great WNBA players that have not been in the Olympics and they're most known overseas. I feel like she should establish where her position is in the WNBA and then go. Once she gets a feel, because it's her first year. I don't know anybody in NBA or WNBA that went to the Olympic team the first year, but I can say once she established herself in the WNBA, once she knows what she is, once she knows what she's doing, once she finds her herself, then I feel like she can go over there and do that. But not going to disregard her talent, she is. But I don't feel like mentally she should be worried. She should not be worried about that right now. She should be worried about her career in the WNBA. She can get the gold later. She can get that later. But yeah, that's how I feel.
Very, very good points, man. Man, I am very impressed with your basketball knowledge, man. Your astuteness, bro. I'm very impressed with it, man. Seriously, very JP. Impressed. Yeah,
we got hustled, man. Josiah was acting like he knows a little bit, man. He hustled us.
I dabble in.
Wait, I knew.
Yeah. Look, 11th grade, me and Mr. Jaci, look, you forget, it was track, football, whatever. It was everything.
Hey, should I bring up your infamous moment during the presentation?
Yeah, go ahead.
They did an R. Kelly protest at the end of the presentation. I almost lost my mind.
I didn't do art. Look.
Remember when R. Kelly went to prison? That was during their junior year, so they did a presentation at the very end. They put the fist in the air, and they said, keep black men out of prison. I almost lost my shit, man. I was like, y'all kidding me?
Listen.
Oh, yeah, the girls ready to kill y'all. Once the girls ready to kill y'all, they're ready to kill y'all.
Let's get off topic on that. That man is a disgusting human being. I'm not going to disregard that. But that don't got nothing to do with his music. That was great.
My jaw hit the floor. I was like, are you kidding me?
I showed my dad that he was like, you weren't even alive when he was popping. Can't say that.
Oh man,
Yeah,
Jay, how do you feel about this whole situation?
Okay, is Caitlin Clark one of the top 12 female basketball players in the United States? No. In Los Angeles in 2028, she could be one of the top 12 players? Absolutely. If she's healthy, yes. Now, Rika Ungawali, she got screwed. That's a fact. She got screwed. And, we talked about Candace Parker got screwed in her prime. Nneka and Chinny, played at Stanford.
Oh, Womake.
Nneka got screwed twice. And she was league MVP one year. She got screwed. So it happens, but Caitlin Clark, she got to get ready for 2028. When the Olympics is in LA, and she's going to make a ton of money. So she got a way to turn.
Good points. Good points, man. Definitely good points. So now we're going into the meat and potatoes of this podcast tonight. First off, we're going to start off with our special guest we have here with us tonight, Jaci Summers, man. First off, Jaci, tell the people about you, man, and what school you're running for, and what's your goals and stuff, like as far as like with track and field and beyond, man.
So I go to Meridian Community College, which was, I'm gonna be honest, wasn't the best student. I wasn't a terrible student and like wasn't bad or anything, but I didn't take it seriously during the COVID really messed me up. So I had to take this extra step to get to where I want to be and all that. So I'm doing great in school and all that. Track was great. I unfortunately got, I messed my hamstring up. I never had an injury, so it took a mental toll on me and everything. So trying to go through physical therapy and all of that, it was just like, not be able to do your favorite thing for a couple months, that's gonna hurt. Like, so I'm just like, I feel like I lost myself. But getting back into like the season, once I was like kind of healed up, I started finding myself again, but it was towards the end. But even in like high school, I felt like I was the man. I felt like I was the man. Like I was doing everything I needed to do, like beating cats, like winning. I like winning. I don't like losing and all that. So I definitely want to make the Olympics. I'm going to make that happen. That's not like, oh, I'm going to try. I'm going to, that I just got to put the work in. So I'm gonna give another 4 more years and all that, and I'm going to make this Olympic trials and all that. I just got to put the work in, do what I got to do, and just like stay me. Like don't gotta switch up anything. Don't gotta try to be this person, be that. Some people progress farther. Some people progress more than me. Like I'm going to outwork people. Like that's how I feel. Like I'm not the type of person to hate on this dude because he got this time. No, congratulations. But it's me versus me. I want to beat me. I don't care about beating you. I want to beat me. If I beat me, then I know it's self-improvement on my way. So yeah, definitely like once I transfer out of here, I'm gonna see where I stand at and all that. So I'm definitely gonna put the paint. Like I took a month off, so I'm about to get back onto the track and all that. I'm all healed up, no issues. So I'm about to put in pain in the track. Once I get to school, go straight to work, just straight. It's academics, school, student athlete. So I'm gonna get academics. Once we get into the track, then I'm start applying that pressure and all that. But yeah, and just lastly, I'm just blessed to like be able to do track in college. Like I don't care what division, because many people don't even make it to do sports in college. Like, when people stop in high school, I'm just blessed that I have family, friends. I'm glad like my dad put all the work in like for me to help me get to college, and like thank God he doesn't have to pay anything. Like I got a full scholarship and all that. So I'm just thankful for God that I be able to do this like farther and could hopefully continue it. And me and my dad, we can go wherever. But yeah, pretty much it.
Man, wow. Yeah, definitely. Will, you have any questions, Will, for Jaci?
I do. So you were talking about, the COVID time frame and also your injury. So what kind of did it take for you to, as far from a mental health perspective, to kind of like find your way back, to feeling like yourself and getting back to, what you love?
So I'll say during COVID, I wasn't really invested to track. Like that was since my freshman year, that's when COVID started. I didn't have a track season. So sophomore year, it was still continuing, 6 feet apart and all that. So I feel like once I had my first outdoor season and realized that I'm beating seniors as a sophomore, I started having more confidence in myself and was able, because I was gonna, after freshman year, I thought we were done. Like I thought COVID was gonna completely shut us down for good and all that. So once I started realizing I'm good at this, I started doing outside training by myself, doing this, doing that. And I wish I met Mr. Johnson earlier. If I would have known he was a track coach back in the day, I would have been handing them up hey, you can help me with this and all that. But I had seniors above me that helped me. Even when they left school, they helped me realize, they were yeah, you can be something, and all that. And when it comes to the mental part and all that, I have I have health issues and all that. Trying to overcome that during COVID, that was by far the worst thing ever and all that. So trying to figure out when I can get my medicine and all that, it was just a heavy toll on me. And school, of course, nobody likes online school. That nobody likes that. You can tell any kid, nobody wants to wake up in their bed and I'm in my bed, they're telling me sign in for class. Nobody wants to do that. So I didn't.
I like to interject real quick. Talk about the food part. I like to interject.
And the food, yes.
You had 10 safe spots in Hamilton West with food. Now my room, you had the salmon hooked up, you had the cream of wheat hooked up, you had the wheat germ hooked up, you had the oatmeal hooked up. He had safe houses all around school for food, so he didn't have to go to the cafeteria. He could have went to every period. He could have went to a different room and got fed. He'd been straight.
Every teacher knew they were like, you need some? I'd be like, yeah. They'd be like, all right, go in the drawer. So yeah, and yeah, even every teacher looked out for me like I was their own. Even if I didn't have them, they all knew who I was. They're like, yeah, come in, see how I'm doing and all that. But after COVID started dying down, junior year comes around, I started taking off. I just started. I even surprised myself. I was like, damn, I'm this good, and all that. And once I made it to my first groups, and once I won sectional, that's when I said to myself, I was like, oh man, I can take this all the way. And that's when I met Mr. Johnson and all that. That's when we started getting closer. He started teaching me about all the old cats in track and field. I didn't know and all that. Started teaching me about, Willenboro and all that, how good they were back then. So yeah, and then of course senior year, that I said to myself, I said I was gonna win and all that, and then I did. So, but yeah, I was just happy. I'm glad I had a successful high school career and all that. I could definitely say as I can go down as one of the best sprinters in my school when it comes to the 100 and 200 and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, first off, man, it's definitely, important, and you should, get to talk your talk, man. You earned it, and secondly, thank you for your answer. One of the things I like about it, was just the honesty, because I feel like we all remember getting the notification that the NBA season was postponed, but we don't really hear about the impact that it had, across all sports and all levels. I mean, it really shut down life, and I feel like it's some people, little kids, as they get bigger, they'll never, understand what it was like at that time.
Thank God I didn't have to go through that, because it was but yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Ain't really much to say on that.
Yeah, it was COVID was tough on everybody. It shut a lot of stuff down, man, because that because me and Jay used to talk back then, man. We were like 2019, 20. Y'all were a special group of athletes, man. Not even track, but football, basketball. We're like, yo, man, it's gonna be the golden age of sports. And then when that COVID came, man, it just shut shut stuff down, we were like, man, like it's very disappointing. But JJ, speak on young man, speak on him, brother. Speak on your side, brother. And what's when he goes D1, what's the D1 school want to get from him?
I know where he's going. We know where he's going. I just don't want to say it too loud. I know where he wants to go. That's why we got to put some work in this summer, and we got to light the match. So when the fall hits and he continues preseason, he's gonna handle his business. Then and plus academics, and that person's gonna grab him. And can't say it too loud. Where can't say it too loud, but we know where he wants to go.
We don't need to know. We don't need to know. We don't need to know. Just speak on him. What the programs will get from him as a person, as an athlete, every day. That's what I'm talking about, brother.
Man, he's from 300 meters all the way down. He's relentless. From 1 meter to 300 meters, he's relentless. Remember the dog drill on South Clinton Avenue? We had to hold your shirt, and everybody took off, and you had to go catch everybody. Them videos still on Facebook. He's relentless. That's the academic part he's going to handle. On the track, at practice he's going to handle. Doing the basic drills, he's going to work on it harder than the next cat. And if he doesn't get it, he'll figure it out. And when he figures it out, then on to the next drill. Thing about the side, if he had him and 4 other people his speed and they all worked out together, it's going to be a special thing. Because high school, he had nobody really to work out with. He had to push himself. So if he gets in a situation where it's 4 kids like him, man, it's game, set, match. It'd be a 40-point football 1. It'd be 122 football 2. Be like a sub 310 football 4. Man, just gonna sit back, sit on the cushion, sit comfortable. I'm gonna have some fun watching these meets 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028. I'm gonna have some fun watching these meets.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna have fun. We're all gonna have fun watching these meets, man. Definitely. Look, I'm looking forward to them, man. You come east. I'm there, man. I'm there to see it. Will, you have any more questions?
So when I've talked to a few players, like athletes that have going through the JUCO route, and one of the things like that I've heard more so like basketball wise, but I want to know if it translates is like JUCO, man. I heard like it can be harder, than D1 competition wise because everybody's there. Everybody's trying to get limited scholarships and everything like that. So can you just speak about your experience on the JUCO level?
Yeah. First and foremost, every JUCO kid, they're dogs. Like I don't think there's not one bad person in the JUCO school. Like they're all, if my level, if not higher. They just didn't get the opportunities that they needed in high school. And there's a lot of when it comes to JUCO, there's a lot of for my example, there's a lot of international kids that don't have the resources, that don't have what we have in America, and they still did better back there. Especially when you give them the stuff that they need, they excel. And it's always the next man trying to fight for a scholarship. I know some kids at my school, they didn't have a scholarship coming into school. Next thing you know, next semester, they're on full scholarship because they worked for it. I feel like when it comes to D3, D2, D1, they're already at the level they want to be. JUCO, they want to go higher, so they're going to work harder than anybody else. And most of them have D1 level. So I just feel like that drive that JUCO kids have, it's higher than most people because they're not where they want to be at yet. They want to be higher. They want to extend. They want to go here. They want to go there. And I feel like, most great sprinters, for example, Lamont Smith, he came from a JUCO. Fred Curley, he came from a JUCO. JUCO has no meaning when it comes to It's track. You got the time. You got the time. That's just point. That's just point. But you got the time. You run the time. It don't matter what school you go to, and all that. So yeah, I feel like, especially going into JUCO, I'm not even the fastest on my team. So that having that not even a handicap, having that drive, realizing like, oh, I'm not the fastest no more. Now I got to go harder. Like that helps. So yeah, I feel like JUCO kids, they want it more than any other athlete because they're not where they want to be at where they are. They want to extend higher and they want to go to better levels and they want to make the pros and whatever sport they play, especially track. So yeah.
I appreciate that insightful breakdown, man.
Of course.
Man, look, it's nothing wrong with JUCO at all, brother, because some of your greatest athletes, regardless of sports, have played JUCO. So, there's nothing wrong with it. And that is a high, like you said, Jasi, whether it was D1, D2, D3, or JUCO, they're all high levels of performance. It doesn't matter. Look at the kid that's at Penn State that won the 200 meters at NCAAs. He was at Ramapo College last year in New Jersey. Yeah, D3, and it doesn't matter, man, the level. It doesn't matter. I think Scottie Pippen was a D3 player. Dennis Rodman, basketball, they were D3 players. They're Hall of Famers. So, it doesn't matter, man. That's what I keep trying to tell people. The guy that plays for the Miami Heat, Robinson, he was a D1, D3 player. He's a solid player in the NBA. I mean, it's great athletes on any level, 1, 2, or 3. And for you to get to that level 1, 2, 3, or even JUCO, you're a special talent. You're a very good talent.
Add something real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
When it comes to our generation now, D1, I feel like for most kids it's a status. I feel like once like they say, oh, I'm D1 and they swear they're the best. When I can take a kid from a JUCO, line them up against somebody in any sport, and they're going to do better. D1 to kids now is just like a piece of jewelry to them. They want the money. They want this. They want that. And once they realize how hard it is, and I'm not going to say that's some people, because some people, they work for that and they strive for that. But some people that go D1, I'm real. I feel like sometimes they don't deserve it because once they get into that training, once they realize that high school is different from college, and all that, they start breaking down and realize, oh, maybe that's not for me and all that. And I just feel like people like D1, some D1 kids just shame other divisions because they're not at the highest. Where they're like, it doesn't matter what division you are, like you're gonna play, they're gonna excel. So yeah, I just feel like some people take the D1 thing into it, like they think that's like a stat. They think they're like the king because they got to where they want to be without taking an extra step and all that. And disregard the people that are working harder, trying to be their best and trying to improve. They just try to downplay us and all that. So, yeah. But I just wanted to add on that.
Man, there was a very, very, very poignant point you made there. Definitely, man. Let's move on. We're gonna stick with the world of track and field, and of course, we got to talk about what happened yesterday in the state of New Jersey. Of course, we got the phenom, young Malachi James yesterday, 10:28, 100 meters. 21:03, 200 meters, put on a show yesterday in his last race in high school. Who wants to speak on this first?
I mean, yeah, go ahead. I'll say, Mr. Jaci, I gotta go first.
Yeah, I put the video up this morning from December 2016. The entire Smith family came on for Christmas. And Jace was a junior. He came to Willenburg High School to work out. And he put on a clinic. Like, you had the Willenburg High kids looking at him work out. But what stuck out with Jace working out on the track was his little 10-year-old kid. He put his spikes on. He working out with Jace. And I'm like, this kid gonna be like that. I was like, oh man. And I had to put that video up this morning just let everybody know, like, we knew about him for a long time. Y'all woke up, y'all came to the party late. I was like, we knew about him. And mind you, this is December. A 10-year-old kid's at the track with Jace. He's on the track with Jace. Incredible. And
It was
and watching the last 8 years, I'm just giving a standing ovation, man. I'm like, man,
I feel
straight clinic on folks, straight clinic.
Yeah, man. He bruh, yesterday, man, and that power he showed, especially the 100 meters, man. I mean, both races, really, man. He was on a mission, bruh. He was on a mission, and man, shout outs to him and his dad, Troy, man. Troy had a plan, brother. He had a plan, and he executed it, man, to a T. And that's why his dad's definitely one of the best sprint coaches in track and field right now, regardless of the level, pro, college, high school, middle school, whatever, man. You want to get right, you gotta go see Troy James, man, definitely. And he's also, let me tell you something. Troy's also a good brother as well, man. Because his thing is he wants everybody to succeed. Not only his son Malachi, he wants everybody to succeed. And he's a hell of a coach, man. If I had a son or daughter, had a little bit of talent, I know definitely where he'd be. First of all, I know who the village would be. You know what I mean? I know who the village would be. I be sending Mont, JJ, and Troy, take care of them. If my nieces take track seriously, which I'm trying to get in their heads, they're in Canada. If they are, you know who the first people I'm gonna contact is y'all three. Definitely, because man, y'all hell of coaching. Yes, sir.
Remember, after my grandpa passed away, October 2021. Remember, he was in the kitchen talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Them talk. That was the foundation right there. Those kitchen talks was the foundation.
That was the foundation. That was the foundation, man. And let me tell you something about Troy, man. Troy is just a good all-around person. When my pops passed away, man, Troy called me the day my dad died. He also called me the day before the funeral, and he called me the next week to make sure I was all right, man. That's the type of person we talking about, man, with Troy, man. Such a great dude, man, and I appreciate that. Hell, I even had family members that didn't even call me like the way he did, man. And of course, JJ, you were there for me, man. You know what I mean? And man, y'all don't know how much that meant to me, man. You know what I mean? That Troy called me and stuff, man, like that, man. That meant a lot, bro. It meant a lot. But yeah, man, Malachi had one of the greatest careers in not only New Jersey, but in high school history, man. He had a great run. Josiah, you want to speak on it, brother?
Yeah, look, I just want to say, congratulations. 10, it robbed him from the 10-1, really. But we're not going to discuss that later. But
yeah, definitely.
I got mad. I'm not even in the race. I'm like, oh, they ain't going to do that to him. So I just want to say, congratulations. Malachi, you gotta. It's not the moment. You gotta realize, the process he had to go through just to get to where he's at now. What him and Unc had to go through just to get to where he is now, realizing that he my high school, my last year, he was injured. But the year before that, he won. And even freshman, he was running 10.5 as a freshman. That you don't get that. You don't get that really. And the work ethic that he puts into every workout, football, track, he's an athlete. That's an athlete that you want on your team, regardless. And for Uncle Troy, he said it himself. For a person that never ran track, he's damn near one of the best coaches in the country. That's all levels. And I'm glad that Malachi, I'm glad that he puts the credit with his dad. I'm not saying gonna give credit to Malachi because he puts the work in, but we gotta see where Mr. Troy puts like where he has plans for Malachi. Like he has certain plans for every workout he has a set plan, and I'm so glad like that he's doing this because like last year I know he was hurt, like not be able to run and all that, being injured. Like I know that hurt that can hurt a person. Like now that I experienced it and all that, so I'm just so happy that he won and all that, doing the state record. They said the 10 was fake. He go back running 10-2. Like now we know like that. Like he's really about that. And Syracuse about to get a dog, especially in football and track. Oh, they look, they about to get a dog. And I call them my we ain't family, we ain't blood related, but I call my cousins I really I'm happy when I see him do good. Like whenever I see him working out his dad on Instagram, like it brings joy. Like I'm like, yeah, like I like this. Like this is a father-son duo that put the time in, that put the effort in, and good like that. They're a definition of you put the work in, you're gonna get great outcomes. Like that's a prime example of what they are. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Bro, Troy be out there 4 o'clock in the morning in the dark at Mill Creek Park working out. See, and that's what people don't seem to understand. That separates the great ones from the good ones. When you're out there working 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, doing sprints, doing the Mill Creek Park Hill and stuff, that tells you you're destined to be great. You want to be great. You're different from anybody else. Everybody's sleeping, and you're out there working. I have a friend of mine named Jeff Wilson. He had a brother named Benji, who was the #1 high school player in the country. He got killed before his senior year, but he was the #1 high school player in the country. Jeff used to tell me his brother used to listen to motivational speeches, like in everything, and he would always work on his basketball game. And he asked him like, why do you work on your game so much? He said, because I'm the #1 player in the country, and somebody's going to outwork me, so I have to make sure I outwork them and put that work in. And that's what Troy does with Malachi. Him and Malachi both. They putting that work in, man. That's why he's running these 10-1s and 21 points and 20.9, 20.8 or whatever. This is why he ran that 10-18, which we know was legal a couple weeks ago. Because nobody on the East Coast has ever ran a 10-18 from Virginia and up. Maryland and up. Nobody's ever ran that but him. That was historic. Like you said, we're not going to get into that shenanigans about that. We went on a rant last week about it, man. But JJ, go on and speak on it, brother.
I'm going to say 2 things. I'm being selfish right now. 1, I wish Malachi would finish at Willenboro High School, but events prevented that from happening. And 2, Borough Pride 24/7, 365.
I definitely. Will, you got anything you want to add?
Man, you repurpose the W, man. That's some G stuff right there. All right. I respect the pride, JJ. No, but about Malachi, man, I'm the only person that doesn't know him, but I love what I'm hearing about, the father-son duo, especially coming from our community. We statistically we're the most involved fathers, but the media portrayal never shows that. So to hear, of a father and son so intertwined and reaching goals and succeeding and just being there for one another is really dope, man. And also after, last week's show, hearing about the Wingate situation, it's just I'm happy to hear that, Malachi was able to, still get a record, you know what I mean? And one that they can't try to take away from him. So it's just really dope, man. And excited to follow his career, going on to Syracuse, as a dual sports star.
And definitely. As we continue with this with the track, we still really got two more subjects we're going to talk about. Man, we got to talk about some of the shows that not only did we see the Malachi show last week or this week too, but also we got to talk about the show that we saw this at the NCAAs, man, especially the Arkansas women. With the, man.
Man,
Decide
look,
you want
look.
to
They ran so damn fast. I got the fire extinguisher out, man. Holy cow!
Man, look, watching that.
Jeez.
Every race, there was not one disappointment. There was over 400-meter hurdles, the 200, the 100, 400 meter girls, like 400 meter, like everything I watched was just like wow, like for the 400 meters women, Arkansas. All I see is Arkansas. 400 meters men, hurdles. 47. Like everything I was just watching was like wow, like they, and some of them not even grad. Some of them got some of them got 2-3 years left. Like imagine how far they about to progress, like and all that. And the 200 men's, D3 to D1, 1995. That he's a proof point. Division don't matter. The 100, Houston. It's don't look the 4x1 too, men's and women's. Me and Mr. Johnson, we sending stuff back and forth. It's just straight heat.
We texting
every 30 minutes. A new cat come around. Oh, we like. I send him like, oh, look at this. 30 minutes. He's sending me another race. I'm like, crap. Like it was just like that was. You couldn't be bored that day. There was not one boring race. Distance, everything was good. Even the jumps, everything. It was great to be there. Oh man, I got so much to say on that, but I'm gonna pass it along, man. That was just crazy, man. Oh god.
I'll take the baton.
Man,
I'll take the baton. Give me that. Since I got the baton, shout out to Big Brother Carl Lewis, Willenboro 79. Check out the 100. Sean from South Africa, he won the Penn Relays. He won the Big 12. You look at the West Region Final, you look at NCAA Final, and watch Louis Hinchcliffe come along. Man, I got the fire extinguisher, man. Just too much fire going on, man. Just too much fire, man. So shout out to Carl on his 100-meter runners. Shout out to Carl on his 4x1. They took third, but man, them boys, it was straight smoke. Then Caleb Dean, if you want to bring him intermediates, he won the 60-meter hurdles indoor. Then out there, he gonna win the 400 intermediates. Come on, man. And yo, I even picked Caleb Dean to win intermediates. I picked Clement Duco from
I didn't
Tennessee.
either.
He got hurt. He popped his hamstring after the second hurdle. Clement Duco went 47 at SEC and got DQ, but I was like, man, that's the one to watch. But Caleb Dean, like I said, he won a 60 indoor and won the 400 outdoor. Incredible. And another one, Jasmine Jones from the SC. She dropped that low 53 point. Oh man.
We can't forget about what you call it from Ole Miss, McKenzie, man. Man, she brought the show, man.
Yes,
yeah.
She won the 4x1, the 100 and 200. She won 3. Yes, sir.
I felt, and I know exactly what she was going through, you know what I mean, as far as like losing a parent and stuff, you know what I mean, especially, losing my pops last year. I could imagine what she was feeling, man, because they said that she sits alone in the bleachers and she talks to her mom and stuff like that there, man. People don't understand unless you go through that, losing a parent, how tough that is, man. So I was happy to see her win the 1-2 and get that win in the 4x1. Man, also the Arkansas women in that 4x4, that was ridiculous. That 317, man, that record might last until next year because they got like 2 or 3 legs back, and you add Sean T. Jackson to that team next year, and maybe a couple with a transfer portal. That record might get broken next year. So man, it's the NCAAs never disappoint, man. I put it that way, men or women. The men's 4x4, that was an amazing race. The 243-1, 43-2 anchors, man, that was amazing. You know, they never disappoint. Never disappoint the NCAAs, man. Straight fire, man. And you know, it was another show. But let's move along here to our last really segment. We gotta talk about Sydney McLaughlin, man. Bruh,
You
bruh.
said that's just greatness. You're witnessing it. Like that's just
She's a machine. Bro, she went 48-7 into a headwind.
he dropped down to the 200.
Drop down to 200. Right now, she has the world lead in the 400 hurdles and the second fastest time in the world in 200 meters. It's JJ, Coach JJ said this years ago. He said, JP, she is the new Nehemiah. I'm gonna tell you what, she's the new Sydney McLaughlin. I think she passed Nehemiah, Jay. I think she done passed him now.
Yeah, man. I saw that when she was in 9th grade. I'm like, this girl is gonna be incredible. She ran Olympic after 11th grade. Like,
yeah,
she's incredible.
Yeah, Union Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
She ran the real Olympics after 11th grade year. She's absolutely incredible. She's put 49 on the football
as a 16-year-old.
Yeah. She's put 49. Here's
the thing that I'm going to ask this question tonight since I got you all on here. Is she the most talented athlete we've ever seen in track and field? I understand this. What I mean by that is, let me break it down for y'all. You can put her in any event from the 100 hurdles, 400-meter hurdles, 400 meters, 200 meters. And remember, she was a 20-foot long jumper in high school. Is she the most talented track athlete we've ever seen, male or female?
That's hard.
Man.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm gonna say the person I think Grant Holloway might. I think
good choice.
Give it to him.
Good choice.
Grant Holloway. I believe you put that man in any sprint race, and that is a generational instant. That's hard. I can't even choose that. I don't even know anymore. That's hard.
Good choice. Actually, a great choice. 110s, intermediates, 400, 100, 200, and long jump. You have a very, very valid point. Very valid point. Jay, what do you say?
The only person that I'm gonna say over her is the GOAT.
And Carl. Hey, can't go wrong, Carl.
GOAT.
Well, it's like I said, we know who the GOAT is. There's no dispute, no evidence. There's no dispute. The GOAT is Carl, period. That GOAT.
You look at high school, he hurdled, he triple jumped, and was top in the area doing all that too. So the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
And when he went to Houston, they narrowed it down. He did 10,000 events when they narrowed it down and was still dominant.
Very good.
He go to Europe. He go to Europe. All right, Friday you gonna run 100. Saturday you going long jump, and come back with a 6-digit check. Man, the GOAT.
Good points. Will, you got anything you want to add to this, brother?
Man, track and field is not really, my background, but I will say for Sydney's case, I can't say whether she is or isn't, but one thing I'll say is, as somebody that doesn't follow track and field the way you guys do, I hear her name a whole lot and is usually, winning and setting records. So, I got to shout out the Jersey and University of Kentucky, legend, man, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Last thing we're going to talk about, Noah Lyles, 1970 into a headwind. What does that tell you where he's at right now, where Noah Lyles is at? And will he do? We're not going to talk about no records or anything. We're not going to talk about that. But will he do something special and spectacular in Paris? JJ, we'll go with you first.
Team USA is wide open. Watch out for Aaron Knighton. Watch out for Kung Fu Kenny. Kung Fu Kenny, man, he brings it every year. Benerick. Watch out for Noah. Watch out for my man from Penn State. It's Team USA, man. Like they coming. The trials, they all coming. It's wide open. No focal point because he won Worlds, but it's wide open. Watch out for Fred Curley. That's another one. Michael Norton on the 400.
The young man from Penn State is running for Ivory Coast.
Yeah, I don't think he's running. Yeah, he run for. Yeah, I think I've seen him signed that. Yeah,
Ivory Coast. Yeah.
That's what Olympic trials like every 4 years. When you watch the semifinal round and you see a dog get taken out in the semifinals, it's gut wrenching. And Olympic trials start next week. Watching somebody gets knocked down in the semis is gut wrenching. There's a lot of dogs in America. So 100, 200, I'm saying it's wide open, guys. It's wide open.
Decide, what do you think?
This first, like Noah Lyles is my favorite track athlete currently, just because how dominant he is in the 200. And I all I gotta say, the win rate, you're gonna expect some heat. Not gonna talk about no world records, like you said. You know, we ain't worried about that. Just know you're gonna expect some heat. But I'm not gonna disregard that he don't got no competition, because he does. He got somebody behind him 24/7, behind crawling at his neck 24/7. So I feel like that's gonna give him that drive he needs. And you gotta watch out for man 100. You see, he's not really a starting guy, but he's been getting that start down. So 19-7 to a headwind.
Yeah.
Man, he had a positive illegal. So I think we gonna see some heat with him 100%. But Olympic trials coming up. Look, every dog can have their day. So I'm gonna say I'm just staying on the swivel with that one. You never know what might happen. So all that, but yeah, I think he gonna bring it. He gonna bring it, of course, like he always does.
Yeah, definitely. Will, you got anything you want to add, brother?
No, I think Noah's going to definitely make some noise. He don't duck no smoke. And after the way he was poking fun at the USA basketball team after they didn't win the gold, he's definitely about to put on a major performance.
He made that super team.
Yeah,
they just established. So
yeah, he did make that super team, man. He did. But to be honest with you, I don't know what people were getting all upset about. He was telling the truth, though, in a lot of ways, and people got upset.
He was, but they're gonna say, because I feel like people forget that just overseas and all that. So they're gonna be like, we're not world champions, but and I don't think they're just trying to say like NBA is basically the best, but realistically, it's in the United States only. I would just call them country champ or whatever. You can't call them world because it's not the world. So I agree, but I'm agreeing with him because he made one of the best teams ever. I'm looking forward for basketball this year.
Oh yeah. No, oh yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something though. Don't sleep on France. Don't sleep on France, man. And Canada. Don't sleep on France and Canada because it ain't gonna be no cake.
JP about to start talking about Wemby again.
Nah, I ain't saying nothing about no Wemby. I just said look out for France, brother. That's
it's coming. Well, you already know, bro. It's coming. It's coming.
That man's a freaking nature, man.
Oh, there's going to be a problem by 2028. They're going to be United States better get on their grind with the basketball, man, because come Los Angeles, it might be some tears at home. I'm serious. In 2028, it might be some tears. Go ahead.
Wait, me?
Oh, somebody want to go ahead, Jaci.
No, I'm all good. I got what I needed to say.
Hey man, it's been a dope show, man. Definitely a dope show we've had tonight, man. Yes.
We got one thing before we close it out. We gotta give flowers where they are due. JJ Chimera called the Danny Hurley situation on the show last week, and I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah,
I
we
didn't think
do.
he was gonna turn that money down, but he did. So shout out to you and your Seton Hall brethren.
Definitely,
Thank you
definitely.
very much.
Oh, he did call that? He did?
Expert insight on that. Thank you very much. I lived in North Bowling, lived in South Bowling. I got a chance to know him for a year, so I broke it down, man. I broke it down the best way I know, and when everything spit out, hit both of y'all media. I was like, I told you so. I told you. I told you. I told you.
Yeah, you did. Yo, you know what? Before we close this out, this is the last one thing we got to say. This is Black Music Month. So we are generations of the game. This is dope. Because we got Will, he's 32. Josiah, you're what, 19, 20?
I'm 18.
I'm 52.
I know it old rap. I know a lot. So we can get to this. I know a lot about the 90s. I know all that Raekwon, all that Ghostface. Look, I'm all tuned to that.
We're going to talk right now, real quick. Mm-hmm. Your top three hip-hop artists. Your top three hip-hop artists. We're going to start with you, Josiah, first, man.
Okay. Talking all time, or we just talking about back in the day?
We talk about right now. When you warm up, who you listening to? Who you listening to get you like amped up and stuff?
Okay. You know, when I warm up, I got two. When I'm warming up, like I got switch. I go a lot of R&B, but when it comes to rap, I gotta go Benny the Butcher. Well, I got you. I can't.
My man, Benny's one of my favorite too. Benny's one of my favorite. Yes.
Damn. I like old Jay-Z. Not really like old, like before me, Jay-Z. Like that's hard. Like that was a lot of people.
It's a lot.
That okay.
It's
so
a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Benny.
I mess.
Benny, Ghostface. I'm switching Benny and go Ghostface. My number one. I'm sorry. That's number one for me. That's set the song. Ghostface.
Your parents. Your parents schooled you with some hip hop. I can tell.
My dad installed this into me and since birth.
That's
a lot of people know this. EPMD. Gotta go EPMD. And all that. Dang. Another rapper. You can't go wrong with Wu-Tang. Can't go wrong with Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is like I think I got 10,000 minutes on Wu-Tang alone. Like you can't go wrong with them. I gotta be my top three. Honestly, I'm open to other course, but I got the most time played with them. You know,
man, I'm impressed, man. You man, you a true hip hop head. Definitely.
Me and Mr. Johnson be
going what you got?
Up too.
Yo.
Will, what you got?
All right, top three artists. I gotta go with my guy Nas for sure. Jay is right there with me too, and then it's not a right now, like because you know JP, I'm a big Griselda fan, but I gotta go when I think about just everything, man. Like for me, like when I was growing up, the guy that kind of took the mantle and ran with it, man, that was 50, man. So I'm a big 50 guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Watching him, accept Ja Rule's character on a Summer Jam screen, all of that. You know what I mean? So, shout out to them, man.
You know what, man? That Get Rich or Die Trying, man. That's a classic album. Of course, let me tell you all something. Coach JJ would tell you this. one of the best shows that we ever went to was in '94. That we dating ourselves. '94 was at Rutgers. Unity.
Yes, sir.
You know,
April
who we
1994.
saw.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That show was
Go ahead,
bananas.
Jay. Show was bananas. Show was bananas, man.
The teacher.
KRS-One, the
Sheesh.
teacher. So, with Jay, who's your top three, and who you be bumping now?
I would love to hear this. Love it.
Growing up, KRS-One.
Okay.
Now, it was a tragic end, but college, Biggie was taking me there. Biggie was really taking me there. Then he got struck down in college. But Biggie was taking me there. So when Biggie got put to the ground, Jay-Z got here and went, poof. I can't give you three. I'm just gonna give you, my lifespan.
All right.
So high school, KRS-One just was that guy. And like I said, college, it should have been Biggie. It should have been. But like I said, he got struck down. So Jay took it and went. Pew. Now, the greatest lyricist ever is Rakim. So, if I had to go three, KRS-One, Rakim, and Jay-Z. If I had to go three. But man, I like Nas, I like Black Thought. I like Big Daddy Kane. I mean, I go on and on and on. I like Tupac. I can go on and on and on, man. Having three is hard, but from the last 51 years, KRS-One, Rakim, Jay-Z.
Hey, Josiah, I actually agree with you, bro.
I think Jadakiss might just like.
Yes,
Jadakiss is nasty.
2 thumbs up on
that.
Freestyle king right there, man.
Yeah,
Jadakiss is that. Now, I'm gonna give you my top three. Well, I'm gonna give you my top three, and it hasn't changed for the last up 10 years. It's always gonna be Nas, KRS-One, and Jay. Whatever order you want to flip flop them all in, man. To me, Nas might be the best lyricist ever, man, because it's been 30 years of consistency with Nas. Yeah, he had a couple albums but Nas, man, nobody paints a better picture than Nas. Also, gotta say, Cool G Rap is up in there. Andre 3000, Rakim, of course. Another one, Common. People sleep on Common, man.
Yeah,
Common's up in there too.
Hey, question
Common's
for the
up in
OG.
Yeah.
Why didn't I hear my man Big Daddy Kane mentioned?
I said Kane.
My bad.
He said Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, I said Kane.
My bad.
I ain't hear Styles.
See,
Late 80s, warm it up, Kane. Warm it up, Kane. Yes, sir.
Big Daddy Kane to me is the Earl Campbell of hip hop.
I ain't really listening. I don't know.
That's my opinion. He's the Earl Campbell of hip hop. That's the best way I can describe Big Daddy Kane. Now, I'm gonna tell you another one of my favorite lyricists too that people sleep on. Black Thought. People sleep on Black Thought. Man, Black Thought is nasty. But I'm gonna tell you what. Out of Griselda, I've always felt Betty the most, but I think Conway might be the best out of Griselda, right? And Betty the Butcher is my dude, man. Betty, look, Griselda, I can listen to them all day. But Conway,
I think Conway's pen is ahead of everybody's in the group, but I think Benny's cadence, his voice, and delivery, like you feel it more, if that makes sense.
I was listening to Hell on Earth today by West Side, Conway and Benny. Man, that track is fire, man. that track.
Even Method Man, like there's so many people I'm forgetting.
Yeah. But that Ghostface you said, Jaci, man, yo, I see Ghostface in concert too. If you ever get a chance, see Ghost in concert, man. He gives a real live show, man.
My dad said he's seen him alive. I was like, it's just like, damn. Wish
Yeah.
I grew up in the '90s sometimes. Right, that's where rap music was great.
Well, you know what? You got some spitters. You do got some spitters nowadays. Like I like Joey Badass. I like Kendrick. Yeah, Kendrick. J. Cole. Even Drake. Drake got some stuff with him too when he wants to. Drake got some stuff too when he wants to. You know, you got Rhapsody. So you know you got some spitters. But yeah, man, let's just wrap this show up, man. And first off, let me say this, man. Shouts to my brother Will right here, man. Happy Father's Day to you, brother. Definitely, man. You know what I mean? Wishing you the best. Great father. 2 daughters, you know what I mean? Gotta salute that. Coach JJ, man. You might not be a father biological, but brother, you have helped plenty men. You are a father yourself. You're a father yourself, man. You know, shout outs to him. Jaci, I can tell, man, your dad. Shout out your dad, brother. Definitely shout out your dad, man.
Yeah, he one of them ones, man.
Talon, you did a great job, Talon.
Yeah.
He's gonna watch the link tomorrow. Talon Summers did a great job, sir.
I'm not telling him this comes out tomorrow. I told him he can't he at work right now. He come back later. I'm gonna tell him to stop him. I'm gonna show it to him tomorrow. He might want to join one time. We're gonna be talking about rap.
He gonna talk about the Knicks too.
Hey, yeah, he gonna I already talk about the Knicks enough.
Hey man, your dad, come on, man. Because me and Will, we're definitely gonna do a hip hop show one day, man. You know what I mean? Your dad, man, we could definitely talk some hip hop stuff, man. Because me and Will talked about that. We're gonna do a hip hop show. Definitely. But yeah, man. But yeah, man, you know, shouts to all the fathers out there as well. You know what? We're gonna do this too. Shout outs to Troy James. What he does with his son Malachi, man, is amazing, bro. Shouts to him. Shouts also to our brother as well, Lamont Smith. What he's done with Kobe and Jason there, man. Shout outs to him as well, man. You know, shouts to Billy Culberson we had on last week. He's a grandfather, done a great job with his kids and stuff, man. Our boy Aaron Burton was on with us. Coach Rod, they're all great fathers and stuff, man. You know, and man, you know, shouts to them. Brother Rob Page as well. Shouts to him as well. You know, shouts to all the fathers. And my last shout out is definitely to my pops, man. You know, I've had my pops for 51 years, man. And you know, it's been my first year without him, you know, and you know, it's all I can say is, man, Jaci, you know, with you being younger and stuff, you know, Will and everything, JJ knows the deal and stuff, man. I'll tell you something, man. Appreciate your dad, bro. You know what I mean? I would give everything to have my pops back with me, man. You know what I mean? And you know, I heard people say to tell people today, happy Father's Day. I heard it on the radio. Or people at the job telling people that, and you know, it made me feel sad, man. You know, and I had to talk the radio when I heard it. You know, it's gonna be a rough weekend for me, man. You know, I'm going to visit my dad's grave site on Sunday. I'm going to visit his. I'm going to go solo by myself too. I don't want my mom to go. I don't want my friends to go. My parents. It's just something, you know, I got to do solo. You know, early in the morning on Sunday to go to my dad's grave site, man. You know, I still can't believe that my pop's not here sometime, you know, and man, it's tough, man. I ain't gonna sit there in front, man. You know, it wasn't for my pop, I wouldn't have known about track and field. I wouldn't have known about football. I wouldn't have known about basketball, you know. And Jaci, I'm gonna tell you a quick story about my pop real quick. JJ knows about this. I think I've said it before. My pop ran track and field. You know, he ran the Penn Relays back in 1960, Jaci. I mean, you know what I mean? He ran in 1960. My dad for years used to try to get me to go to Penn Relays. And I was like, nah, I don't want to go. I'm not. Yeah. You know, and man, he's the one that got me. I owe my pop everything, man, when it comes to sports, man. You know, when it comes to everything. The reason why I'm doing this podcast right now is because of my dad. This is like my therapy. You know, when I get up here on Thursday nights, I can talk sports with my brothers, my friends and stuff. You know, I always look forward to this. My pop always told me. I remember when I was a kid. I remember my pop had this conversation about 4 or 5 years ago. He said, you know, I wish you'd have been something in the sports world. And, you know, and now I'm trying to fulfill not only my dream, but my dad's dream as well, man, by trying to get us out here and get us known and, you know, get our names out here and try to do good things, man. So, you know, to my father, John Polk, man, you know, thanks for everything, Dad. You know, that you did for me, man. You know, and I wanted to end the show with that, man, for real. Another dope show, fellas. Another dope show.
Here first time went great. Loved it.
You're not a stranger, bro. You're welcome anytime, man.
Of course.
You know you ain't. Anytime you want to come on, brother. Anytime you want to come on, you're welcome. You know that, man. Will, you got any shout outs, brother?
Man, just shout out to, you know, our special guest, Jaci, man. Shout out to our brothers. Hey, Jaci, you gotta come back, man. You know, we need a little more youth on the show, you know what I mean?
Hey, you know, look, man.
Yeah.
Look, Mr. Johnson, shoot me the text, or Mr. Puck. If I got time, I'm there.
Word. But nah, just for real, shout out to all of y'all, man. And you know, JP, appreciate, you know, your transparency, brother, you know what I mean, about your father and everything, and sending love to you and the family. And you know, it's not really talked about the way it needs to, but as Black men, we gotta, you know, take care of ourselves, and our mental health is a big part of that, brother. So whatever you need to do, man, do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. So on behalf of Jaci, JJ, Will, once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And of course, we say have a great weekend, y'all. Remember, this is Dad's weekend, so that means, you know, he might have been cooking or do whatever. This is Dad's weekend. Take care of him, definitely. With that, we say peace, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Yeah. Okay, you there.